The United Kingdom holds a substantial inventory of separated plutonium that currently stands at around 142 tonnes. This is the largest inventory of non-military plutonium currently held anywhere in the world. Dealing with this material, both to reduce the burden of security risks and proliferation sensitivities on future generations, is one of the Nuclear Decommissioning Authority's most complex challenges. Until a permanent solution can be reached and implemented, the safe and secure management of this material is a UK government priority. The work we're doing here at the University of Sheffield is vital in providing underpinning science to achieve this mission. Plutonium is produced as a byproduct in nuclear fission reactions. Nuclear energy is produced by splitting atoms of uranium-235 by bombarding with neutrons. However, a small proportion of a heavier isotope of uranium, uranium-238, will actually absorb those neutrons, and through a chain of radioactive beta decay will form isotopes of plutonium. As an element, plutonium is highly toxic, highly radioactive, and importantly, it's fissile, which means it could be used for military applications. Historically, the UK has recovered plutonium from spent nuclear fuel, with the intention being to produce a high-value fuel for a fleet of fast reactors. However, in 1994, this programme was stopped, with no accompanying policy development. The continuous long-term storage of this material represents a series of technical challenges, and is not considered to be a viable management strategy. Importantly, in January 2025, supported by technical and economic analysis by the NDA, the UK government announced it would adopt a policy of disposal. The chosen management strategy is what is termed immobilisation. More generally, this term applies to any chemical, thermal or physical process that changes the properties of radioactive waste to alleviate issues with storage, transport and disposal. An example of an immobilisation technology that is already used at scale is vitrification. In this process, high-level radioactive waste, the other byproduct of spent nuclear fuel, is processed into dry waste and then melted into stable blocks of glass. By doing so, the radioactive elements are incorporated within the structure and cannot easily be separated or dissolved. The Nuclear Decommissioning Authority will now seek to identify a suitable immobilisation technology to place plutonium beyond reach. By mixing the plutonium at high temperature with other elements such as calcium, zirconium, or simply uranium dioxide, it is possible to stabilise ceramic structures that demonstrate remarkably high corrosion resistance and are very tolerant to radiation. For that reason, ceramics are the material of choice. Here at the University of Sheffield, supported by the Henry Royce Institute for Advanced Materials and EPSRC, the Royal Academy of Engineering, and the Nuclear Decommissioning Authority, we are developing a unique plutonium research capability to support a strategy of national significance.
Because inhalation is a primary risk when you're handling plutonium powders, all activities that create dust must occur within sealed, negative pressure isolators such as the ones behind me. Isolators are necessary to protect personnel from radiation exposure. They also prevent environmental contamination and keep materials stable and safe.
We require specialised handling facilities and advanced engineering controls to ensure that during the course of our research, no one is inadvertently exposed to the material, and we know exactly where all of the material is at any one time, in what physical form and in what quantity, down to the microgram. The bulk of our research is attempting to understand the various compositions of ceramic that could be used to immobilise this plutonium. Naturally occurring minerals, such as this chunk of uranium mineral, can provide a unique insight into how radioactive elements behave on geological timescales. By studying the structure of these materials, what we can essentially do is reverse engineer high-performance ceramics that can be used to stabilise and immobilise plutonium into a passively safe state. Another key aspect of our work is processability. In other words, the unit processes associated with converting the plutonium in its current form, a free-flowing powder oxide, into a stable ceramic monolith. In this regard, we are developing hot isostatic pressing, which is a potential thermal treatment route under consideration. This would see the plutonium mixed with ceramic forming precursors and filled into these stainless steel cans, very much like this one here, and processed at high temperatures under elevated pressures. The result is a high density ceramic formed to near net shape with minimal off-gas and secondary waste. The interior of these canisters looks like this: high density ceramic monolith in which the plutonium is contained in the structure of the ceramic itself. It's for this reason that hot isostatic pressing is one technology that is under consideration by the NDA. Providing rigorous scientific evidence to support a justification of any chosen technology is central to our mission. The next phase of our work will seek to upscale this technology such that packages like this can be produced at scale. The next phase of our research will seek to further understand the effects of the chemical composition on the properties of these ceramics, and importantly, how these affect their disposability.
After we've made a wasteform, we need to understand how durable it is and how it's going to behave in a geological disposal environment. In this laboratory, we measure how materials behave in contact with water, with heat and irradiation. We're interested in how fast elements are released into solution, what secondary minerals form, and crucially, where the radionuclides end up.
So in here we have the capability to measure aqueous ions in solution from lithium to uranium using ICP-MS or ICP-OES at the parts per million or the parts per billion levels.
We can't wait thousands of years to see what happens to our wasteforms, so we speed up their dissolution using high temperatures and more aggressive solutions. We carefully control the test conditions, the pH, the atmosphere, the temperature, the solution chemistry, to understand the mechanisms that affect wasteform durability.
In the longer term, a key challenge will be to understand how we can translate small-scale laboratory research to an industrial-scale process that can be operated largely remotely. Recently, the Nuclear Decommissioning Authority sought to establish a plutonium ceramics academic hub, a centre of excellence to develop skills and capabilities in this unique interface between radiochemistry and materials science. We are very pleased that the Universities of Manchester and Sheffield were chosen to jointly host this important and crucial initiative.